So, Hare Krishna. All right. So, today's topic would be Guru and Diksha. Not Mataji about you, but the Diksha, initiation. That's why I put it in the bracket. People should not get confused. Yeah, Mataji ki glorification. You are being glorified, no doubt. Right. Just so, first thing first, why do we need a Guru? Shows the right path, right wisdom, knowledge, and doubts clear करने के लिए. Okay. Why else? सही गलत में डिफरेंस बताने के लिए, आगे स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में ले जाने के लिए. ओके. गाइडेंस. व्हाट एल्स? ये सब तो आपको मटेरियल गुरु से भी सब कुछ मिल जाएगा. एवरी सिंगल थिंग व्हाट यू हैव टोल्ड एक्सेप्ट वन, यू गेट एवरी सिंगल थिंग फ्रॉम मटेरियल गुरु. इजंट इट? मतलब सजेशन, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ सजेशन? आई वांट टू नो द सजेशन की हाउ टू इन्वेस्ट मोर मनी, वेयर आई विल गेट बेस्ट रिटर्न ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. राइट. ऑथेंटिक ही हो सकते हैं, मतलब बेस्ट क्या कहते हैं, बीएससी सेंसेक्स नहीं, बीएससी ऑथराइज्ड इन्वेस्टर्स. ऑथेंटिक. हाँ हाँ, सेबी सेबी ऑथराइज्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर्स. राइट, दे आर ऑथेंटिक. You cannot say they are not. But what kind of authentication are you looking for? That is important, right? For material authenticity, authenticity. Then you have to go to spiritual master. So why do we need Guru? Right. Why do we need Guru? One, Bhagavad Gita 9.3 comes. Asraddhanam puruषात् धर्मस्यास्य परन्तप अप्राप्यमाम निवर्तन्ते मृत्यु संसार वर्तमनि. Means those who are not faithful to this devotional service cannot attain me, O conqueror of the enemies. Therefore they return to the path of birth and death in this material world. That last line. That last line is why we need a Guru. Because if not Guru, then who can take us out of this cycle? No one else can. Right. So this is very important to know. A spiritual master is the one who actually can take us out of this cycle of birth and death. Right. He only can show us path. Yes, you all were absolutely correct. Right. But it has to be context. What path? What guidance? What suggestion? Right. Suggestion, how can we get out of this cycle? That is something. And it is only a guru who can do that. So, one purport Srila Prabhupada said, therefore, a spiritual master must awaken this disciple to the external existence of devotional service. And how we can get it, how we can come out of this, how we can progress towards, we discussed a lot of time, right? Progress toward bhakti by doing devotional service, right? So awaken, यहाँ एक बहुत important word है awaken. हाँ? कि everyone knows all those things. I don't think anyone is there or anyone in the whole society, in the most of India, that who do not know about that thing. They all know, but they still don't want to awaken. The condition is like that. What do you understand by this picture? What is happening here? नहीं, wrestling नहीं हो रहा है, बिल्कुल नहीं. नहीं, झगड़ा नहीं हो रहा है. हाँ हाँ हाँ. So it's a mother who is waking up the child. ठीक है, स्कूल चलो. Exactly. मुकुंद can say that. रोज सुबह उसको ऐसे उठाए. हाँ. देखो बच्चों. What is happening here? Confused. Tell me, who, the kid who can tell what is happening here will get a chocolate. Who can tell what's happening here? Mom is angry. And why? Why she is angry? You are right. Why she is angry? What she is doing? Thankfully, mom is not here. She is pulling. What she is doing? Okay. Very graphic. Not really. You'll get half chocolate. Okay. Hey, so since waking up the kid, it's very late. Wake up for the school. But do we really, well, when we were kids, do we really want to wake up? हाँ? अभी भी नहीं उठते हैं, गिन तो थोड़ी सी। You're like, अरे यार सोने दो थोड़ी देर. That is a condition of our life. Don't wake me up, please. Let me sleep. थोड़ी देर और 5 minutes. 5 मिनट बाद वो 2 घंटे बाद हाँ 5 मिनट का अलार्म 2 घंटे. Wait, that happened. So since waking up, this is what a spiritual master also does. He wakes up. We are into deep slumber. We don't realize. We don't understand. But it is for our own benefit, right, to wake up. Even we may not like it in starting. We may not feel very happy about it. अरे क्यों परेशान कर रहे हो भाई छोड़ दो ना अच्छी खासी जिंदगी चल रही है all those things. But then it is for our own benefit. It is not benefiting that spiritual master. It is not benefiting them. They are not going to gain anything out of it. But it's for our own benefit. So, like a mother waking up her child for school, similarly, the bona fide spiritual master awakens the sleeping souls and sends him to the Gurukula. Well, maybe not to us, but yeah, it means that sends him to the path of bhakti, right? The ashrama for a spiritual master where he can be trained for the perfect knowledge. So Chaitanya Charitamrita says that Guru Kripa, Guru Krishna Kripa. So the question comes here, like, how can I say that? What is the proof? Or how can you say that a master, spiritual master, can deliver me from this material world? Is there a proof? So that's a proof. Chaitanya Charitamrita, it says there are hundreds of proof. I'll just put one a very beautiful verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Guru Krishna Rupa Hana Shastrena Pramani. Guru Rupe Krishna Kripa Karena Bhaktagani. Means according to the deliberate opinion of all the revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is not different from Krishna. Very important. They are not different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of the spiritual master, delivers his devotee. So, your guru is actually sent by Krishna. They are not just someone who came by chance. Nothing in the world is happening by chance. They are sent to you because of the good karma you have done, because the desires you have sown to come out of this material world, to become advanced in spirituality. Krishna has sent the guru for you to get liberated, to get the knowledge. Right? So they are not different from Krishna. But yes, we also have to understand they are not Krishna. It does not mean Krishna को छोड़ के आप गुरु की पूजा करेंगे बस ये बोलता है. Right? So we have to be, there is a line. You have to respect. जैसे एक लोग a lot of time this discussion happen गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरु देवो महेश्वरा. Right? तो मीन्स गुरु ही सब कुछ है. हम क्यों ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वर हम गुरु को ही करेंगे? It does not mean that. It means that you respect Guru as much as you are respecting all these deities. But it does not mean that your Guru is those deities. This line we have to understand that. So, Shastra says that. Now, who can be your Guru? I'm going very fast because it's a simple introduction. When you read further, you will know a lot of things about Guru and we'll go further. But this is the kind of introductory thing about initiation. Right, so who can be a Guru? So our Shastra say, again from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Kiva Vipra Kiva Nyasi Sudra Kena Naya, Ei Krishna Tattva Veta Sei Guru Haya. Means any human being from any social or economic status can become a bona fide spiritual master if he knows the science of Krishna. There's a issue happening these days, right? एक यादव ने कृष्ण भागवतम का पाठ कर दिया, लोगों ने पीट दिया कि हाउ कैन यू ओनली ब्राह्मणा कैन डू. Completely nonsense and stupid thing. Our Sanatan Dharma does not say that. Who can be Guru? Who knows the Krishna Tattva. यही कृष्ण तत्ववेत्ता से ही गुरु है. जो कृष्ण का तत्व जानता है, जो कृष्ण का तत्व दूसरों को बता सकता है, only those person can be Guru. चाहे वो विप्र हो, मतलब विप्र मीन्स ब्राह्मण, चाहे वो सन्यासी हो या नहीं हो, ठीक है, चाहे वो शूद्र हो या नहीं हो, does not matter. These things do not matter in our religion, in our Sanatana. Someone who knows the Krishna Tattva, they are eligible to become a guru. Because only those person who know the Tattva can give you the Tattva. No one else can. Right. So very important. Chat GPT cannot make you a devotee or AI. They don't know the Tattva. They may tell you all the tattva from all the gurus, but they still don't know. They have not experienced. This is artificial intelligence. And they cannot make you. They can give you all the verses and all, but still they cannot do this. Right. So now what are the types of guru? Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru, and Chanti Guru. Anyone knows? Siksha Guru means जो आपको शिक्षा देते हैं. Diksha Guru means who gives you initiation. Right. And Chanti Guru? Now that's Krishna, परमात्मा, the guru in our heart. कई बार हमें लगता है ना अंतरात्मा की आवाज, वो अंतरात्मा की आवाज ये दिमाग से नहीं आती है. ठीक, it comes from actually Krishna. Krishna is sitting in our heart as a Paramatma. That is the antaratma. He is a Chaitya Guru. He tells us whenever we do the wrong thing, actually we do. यार गलत कर रहे, but then we cannot control our urges, our senses, and then we still do the wrong thing. And but that voice which comes from within, that is from the Chaitya Guru. That is the Paramatma. Right. So we have three types of gurus. Shiksha Guru, who gives you the knowledge. You can have hundreds of Shiksha Guru. Right. Like I'm sitting here for now, I'm Shiksha Guru. But when you are going there, you are watching someone's video or for better things, not for all the nonsense. Right. You are watching, you are listening to some lecture, right? Or you are listening to some on the YouTube, on other places, right? Or in some sabha, assembly, anywhere, right? They can be your Shiksha Guru, someone who you are constantly in touch with, right? Is someone in your family member who constantly guides you, tells you about things, they are your Shiksha Guru. You can have many Shiksha Guru. The Diksha Guru is always and always one, right? You can have only one Diksha Guru. Chat Guru, we already, right? But one thing important to know that Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, they are at the same level. A lot of time this mistake happened that mere Diksha Guru hai, he is superior. Right. That's not a correct thing to understand. Your Shiksha Guru is as respectable, is as qualified as your Diksha Guru. Yes? Diksha Guru is someone who actually gives you clean slate. Now why Diksha Guru is important? Then why not Shiksha Guru? Anyone knows? If I'm getting the knowledge from Shiksha Guru, then why do I need Shiksha Guru? Sorry, Diksha Guru. दीक्षा गुरु का दीक्षा गुरु who gives you initiation, जो आपको दीक्षा देते हैं, right? I'll talk about that later. नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. शिक्षा गुरु is also in this context. These both are for spirituality. Then why do we need दीक्षा गुरु? माता जन्म मृत्यु के चक्कर से गुरु आपको असिस्ट करता है, बट इन द एंड तो आपको निकलना है. Even शिक्षा गुरु can take you out of that, right? But yes, Diksha Guru plays a very big role. In our Vedic times, it's actually Shiksha Guru was Diksha Guru. और उस समय लोग मतलब आश्रम में रहते थे, गुरु थे, गुरुवानी जी थी, ठीक है, आश्रम में लोग रहते थे और मतलब वहां पे ही पलते बढ़ते, खाते पीते थे, सेवा करते थे, पढ़ते थे, सब कुछ करते थे. ठीक, तो शिक्षा गुरु was Diksha Guru. But then nowadays it's a different. Now why do we need Diksha Guru? You are right in a way that he can take us out from this material world, but there's a more to it. Why Diksha? It has more root to understand why Diksha is important. परंपरा में है इस दीक्षा इंपॉर्टेंट है, बट नॉट एवरीवन इन द परंपरा एक्चुअली विल बी दीक्षित. इट्स नॉट रियली द केस. हाँ, दैट्स द क्वेश्चन. यही तो क्वेश्चन है कि दीक्षा गुरु चाहिए दीक्षा के लिए, दीक्षा नहीं तो क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम है? शिक्षा गुरु है ना, हम कर रहे हैं, वी आर फॉलोइंग एवरीथिंग, देन व्हाट्स द प्रॉब्लम? चैत्य गुरु तो आपके हृदय में है, वो आपके साथ हमेशा रहते हैं, आप उनसे मिलोगे नहीं. ही इज नॉट लिविंग यू, डोंट वरी. ठीक है, तो दीक्षा इज द प्रोसेस. Diksha is the process, the spiritual process, which gives you clean slate. Like I'll give you one example. There's a criminal in a prison. He's doing all the good things, right? And then he comes out of the prison. Now what happens? When he comes out, it is like, now you have been given a second chance. Very important thing. Second chance. Now you have been given a second chance. If you will not do anything bad again, you will never have to come back here again. That is the second chance which our Diksha Guru gives. When you get the initiation, that is our Shastra says that this is the point where your spiritual life actually begins. What we are doing is just a prerequisite of our spiritual life. But my spiritual life will actually begin the point when I have been given initiation. This is not what I am making up here. This is what our Shastra says that. And the reason why I put this particular session here, that we should all know about the initiation and all those things. This is the stage when we get our clean slate. Right. Now, this is our second chance. My spiritual life should begin from now. Right. These all are prerequisites. You get all the knowledge and everything, all good. But then, until you are getting this Diksha, you may not be actually be eligible to go back to God. For most majority of the cases, there could be even some exceptions, but we are not exceptional people. Let's understand that. Right. So that is the point, and this is why Diksha Guru is important. They are no less than Shiksha Gurus, but a Shiksha Guru is no less than Diksha Guru. But a Shiksha Guru may not be able to give you the clean slate. And when a Diksha Guru gives you initiation, what he does, he takes away all your sins. Actually, takes away means takes on himself. Right? Very important, very important point, a very significant point. Not everyone is eligible to get Diksha. I'll discuss the process also. Right? It's not like कि बहुत सारे ऐसे संप्रदाय हैं जहाँ पे अरे आओ 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 5,000 ये लो आज से तुम हमारे से. It does not happen like that. It must not happen like that. So initiation is a rigorous process. We'll discuss about that. But yes, मतलब clean slate मतलब आपके sins खत्म. कर्मा मतलब हाँ sins कर्मा actually not just sins. आपके कर्मा समझिए खत्म. Now if you are only doing a karma, well, something which is in the relations of God, which will not have any result, then actually you don't have to come back here again. If you are following that. And because the Guru takes all the karma on himself, karma when it comes good and bad also, all the sins also. Right? A lot of times, we have the real time example. The Guru actually suffers from it. If the disciple is doing bad things afterward, it's actually Guru who suffers. Or if the uneligible disciples actually gets into that chain and they get Diksha, thus all the sins is actually suffered by Guru. So there's one Maharaj, Jai Patak Swami Maharaj. I think many of you might have heard the name. So Jai Patak Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada told him to, his instruction for Jai Patak Swami Maharaj was, you give Diksha to as many people. More number of people. You make Diksha. You are initiating Guru. He told him like that. Right. And following that, he has given initiation of not hundreds of thousands, but many thousands of people, 50, 60,000 or something like that. Right. Many thousands of people. And if you see him, he's not even able to even properly speak nowadays. He's on a wheelchair and all those things. Because when you give that way, you actually take their sins. And because he does in mass, in a huge mass, he has incurred, but a lot of sins has actually come on him. Right. So Guru takes your sins. So when we become disciple, it is our also responsibility. We must not do any such thing which is actually harm on Guru. That's a Guru Aparadha. Big, huge sin. Right. So it's not for scaring anyone. Right. But that is why this prerequisite is important. Because you cannot certainly do bulb is glowed, bulb on हो गया बस अब तो बस यही तो point अब मैं change हो जाऊंगा. It does not happen at one point of time. Right. So next. that according to Shastric instruction, there is no difference between Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru, and generally the Shiksha Guru later on becomes Diksha Guru. We discussed that point, right? So where do you get knowledge from? We are all like at the very initial stage. We are all at the क्या कहते हैं first क्या कहते हैं first level of devotee. Probably हम devotee भी नहीं है, but at least getting into, right? So where actually we can get Shiksha from? So one is your Shiksha Guru, always, right? Your Shiksha Guru, where you are attending your classes or you are listening on YouTube or your some lecture anywhere, right? Diksha Guru, because when you decide your Diksha Guru, who would be your Guru, you have to actually keep on listening to them regularly. It's a kind of mandate that every week at least one lecture you have to listen from them. And our the ultimate Diksha Guru or ultimate Guru is actually for our parampara is Srila Prabhupada. So he is a must. So every week, if not every day, then every week we must listen to him. One lecture, two lecture like that. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour daily. Right. Like that we must listen to him. So where do you get your Shiksha from? From these people. From Srila Prabhupada, from Shiksha Guru, from Diksha Guru. The next question is, how do I find my Guru? I don't know. How do I find my Guru? What do you think? How can you find your Guru?
Guru find you.
Guru find you. This is a very important point actually. Very, very important point. But may not happen in our case because we are too far from the Guru. But generally it happened in a lot of time, like with Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He traveled around the world, went through so many read about so many religions, went through all the ashrama, Bauddha Dharma, Islam, and he experienced everything. He came to India. He was just sitting in a lecture of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada saw him and he said that, वो कौन है उसको बुलाओ उसको ऊपर बैठाओ मेरे साथ. First time he went into that, Srila Prabhupada just asked him, come and sit beside him. I want to talk. So after his lecture, he talked to him. The moment he became his disciple. Guru finds you. There are real examples of that. Right. So Guru can find you, but it's not that common, really. If you keep on just waiting for when Guru find you, maybe I don't know how many lifetime it may take. So don't wait for that. But how can you find a Guru? How do you think you can find a Guru? Now you know what is the qualification of Guru, what they should do, all those things. If you want to find a Guru, what you should do? The answer is here. What is this? No, this is not just desire tree. There are more things also. What is the common between these things? YouTube is there, ISKCON desire tree is there. What is the third one? Anyone knows? SoundCloud. What is the common between these three? Yes, you are right, absolutely right. Sravanam, listening. That's how you can actually find your Guru. Listen to people who are recommended for you. You can understand, like by your Swabhav, whom you are more oriented with. There will always be someone who actually struck your heart, who can resonate with your thinking, your process. Right. So, in starting, what you have to do, you have to listen to a lot of people. Maybe one lecture, two lecture, you will understand, okay, मतलब मेरी frequency उनसे match नहीं हो रही. They may be at very high level, right? हम उस लायक नहीं है कि हमारी frequency match. But when you listen to, you will filter it out. You will listen to many people, you will understand, okay, this is the person whom actually I'm getting more resonated with. Right. So the only process how you can find a Guru is by listening. And Guru Kripa. Guru finds you. Right. That is obviously, that is obvious thing. But this is something we have to be starting with. Right. Now how can I get initiated? Coming to the big question. Vital question, exactly. Right. So why I wanted to have this lesson? Because this is not a simple process. And this is the most, one of the most difficult thing in any other parampara, right? Like this is most difficult thing in our parampara than many other parampara, where people get initiated just like that. So there are some eligibility criteria if you want. This is not to scare, but to prepare. Take it in that way. It's not for scare, but for prepare. Because one day you'll think, I want to get initiated, it will not happen just like that. It takes years. Radhanath Swami Maharaj, when he gives the Diksha, people are waiting from 15 years to get initiation from him. 15 years. There are some Maharaj who give Diksha in 1 year, 2 year also. But then at least 1 year is something. That's a bare minimum criteria. Right. There is one Maharaj who give Diksha. If there is someone, he's the most difficult one to get initiated from. If someone wants to take Diksha from him, the Maharaj will say, you have to come live in my ashram. He will watch that person for 24 by 7 for some days. And then when he sees that he is eligible, every single action he watches of that person. And then when he thinks he is eligible, then only he gets Diksha. The most difficult. Mother नाम मैं आपको खोज के बताऊंगा, but he has a minimum number of disciples. Right? You can think of it. Right? Radhana Swami Maharaj is also someone like it's very difficult to get Diksha from him because his criteria minimum 3 years, all these things you have to follow. What are those things? One, to be part of the ISKCON congregation, you have to be a regular part of the congregation. Not like someone, Guruji, मैं आपके यहाँ पहले आया, मतलब मैं आपके यहाँ आ गया हूँ, क्यों आया हो भाई? दीक्षा लेनी इसलिए आ गया, कभी कभी आ जाऊंगा, मुझे दीक्षा दिला दी. No, you have to be because why it is important? Because association. It's association only who can which can purifies you. Without association, it's always your motives, right? So one has to be part of his congregation. And second important point, because this is the congregation leader only which will propose your name for initiation. If you're not part of congregation, who is going to send your name? Forget it. Right? You are out. 16 rounds every day. May not happen in a day. Right? But this is a criteria. Minimum 1 year or more, depending on who is your Maharaj. You have to be prepared for it. 2 round, 4 round, 8 round, 11 round may not work. Will not work. Even 15 will not work. 16 means 60. So anyone who is serious, they have to gradually start increasing. Find time. We discussed that. When you spend time for Krishna, time expands. He will give you time. Don't worry. He will shuffle things like that you'll automatically start getting time from your material life, your family life, your office life, from everywhere. You have to have the desire first. Right. So 16 rounds minimum. Follow 4 regulative principles. Now this is some point which I wanted to very much emphasize on. What are the 4 regulative principles? First, no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling. Right, these are the 4 regulative principles which we have to follow very strictly for more than 1 year. Now, most of us follow these things actually, right? But what we don't understand, the intoxication part. What do you understand by intoxication? Alcohol, tamasic food. It means that tamasic. And what are tamasic food? Non-veg is also tamasic food. So meat eating is directly prohibited. But even intoxicant tamasic food, a lot of people don't realize what are those tamasic food. We think tamasic matlab veg matlab sattvic. That's our general perception. Veg means sattvic. Non-veg means tamasic. It is not like that. Intoxicant, like anything which gives you a lut, habit. Like you would have seen the cases. यार मैंने सुबह चाय नहीं पिया, मेरा तो आज पूरा दिन खराब हो जाएगा, मेरा सर दर्द होगा, कॉफी नहीं पिया. These things happen, right? With a lot of people in our home, with our father, mother, this happened. It's not allowed. This is the time because you are now more than 1 year into this class, June to June, June to July. So this is the time that I should tell about all those things, right? हाँ प्रभु, the alternative है. There is something called chicories. And alternative, एक बात मैं आपको बताऊं, मतलब frankly, if I'll tell you, this is all in your mind. The biggest alternative is your mind, right? If you decide I will not drink tea, कल को आपको डॉक्टर कहेगा तुमको टी अगर पियोगे तुमको कैंसर हो जाएगा, आप अगले दिन से छोड़ दोगे. Forget about your desire. That urgency is missing in us. ठीक, वो सब कुछ आप भूल जाओगे, क्या होता है withdrawal symptom, ये वो everything will gone thrown into dustbin. कल को अगर आपको डॉक्टर ये बोलता है, drink tea and next day you will, I cannot guarantee that you are not going to get cancer. आप अगले दिन से टी छुओ, आप घर पे जितना टी कब तक आप फेंक के आओगे? It is on our mind, first thing. But in case we are still not do, we want to go gradually. There is something which is chicory. It is a like coffee, right? When you go to ISKCON, you'll get actually the herbal tea. It's nothing but chicory, right? The green tea without tea leaves. That is also one kind of thing. Green tea, right? We can make at home also. All we need is those spices, minus tea leaves, right? So tea, coffee is something also part of that. Then onion and garlic. I said one lecture in our group about onion and garlic. No? I did. Okay, आप ऐसे बोले तो मुझे लगा no बोले. ठीक. This is also something. Yesterday I heard about a congregation, ISKCON congregation itself. मतलब, should not speak bad or ill about it. But I came to know in that congregation that people, even preacher, are not talking there. That is a long running congregation, not a small congregation or just started congregation. Even the preacher who is wearing Kanthimala, they are not refraining themselves from onion and garlic. How can they tell people to refrain from it? First of all, one should know that you are not eligible for initiation if you are doing it. Right. We need to know that point. And you can say that how will anyone know? मैं खाता हूँ. No one will know. Your Chaityya Guru will know. आप दूसरों के लिए इनिशिएशन नहीं कर रहे हो, अपने गुरु के लिए या अपने घर वालों के लिए 7 जन्म 7 पीढ़ियों को पार करने के लिए नहीं करो. पहले आप पार हो जाओ. You will know. Anything bad we do, we will know. The first one, we know that we have done bad, it's us. Right. So forget about that point. Who will know? Your Chaityya Guru Krishna will know. Right. So we have to be serious. If we are serious about initiation, we have to start practicing from now. Right. That these things are a must. We have to avoid onion and garlic and all those things. Slowly we have to start getting. There are a lot of. I would say there are a lot of problems or a lot of constraints which we have. We may not avoid. Right. But there's no constraint which is bigger than the cycle of life and birth. Right. This जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि, इससे बढ़ के कोई भी कॉन्स्टेंट आपके जिंदगी में नहीं हो सकता. ठीक. There are lakhs of people who are living without that. If they can do, we can also do. It's not a problem. क्या होगा? बहुत होगा किसी पार्टी में खाना नहीं खाएंगे. That's okay. ठीक. There are a lot of parties. Maybe Jitendra ji can he can attest on that. We go a lot of parties. There's not a single party which we miss. Party means any function which we miss. We always go. We don't eat anything. That's okay. क्या होगा? घर पे खाएंगे. Main thing is not वहाँ खाना ना. Main thing is like you are our human relation with the other person. Right. We are going. We are in their sukh dukh. We are part of that. Khana is just a secondary part of that. So people can, we can survive. It's not that. There are so tasty recipes when you go to ISKCON Attapur. You go to Govinda, every single item and top class item. Take Manchurian, take cheese bullet or whatever. Even बस पानी आने लगा मुंह में. इसके बाद नहीं. ठीक. ठीक. Sizzlers and all, everything. There are so many yummy things without onion and garlic. And when you eat it, you won't feel कि इसमें onion garlic नहीं है. You won't even miss it. It is so damn tasty. You can survive without that. Don't worry about it. All you need to learn the recipe. और आप घर वालों को बना के उनको बताने की भी जरूरत नहीं, उनको पता ही नहीं चलेगा. ठीक. But somewhere we have to find a way. So this is one thing. So this 4 regulative principle does not just include this intoxicant, does not just include alcohol, but it also includes onion, garlic, tea, and coffee as well. Anything which gives us, and when I say that, other intoxicant actually are part of that, just jarda, supari, right? But I don't have to say about that, right? We all good. हाँ वही मैं कह रहा हूँ कि मतलब that is implicit into that. तो ऐसा मत कहिएगा प्रभु जी आपने वो तो नहीं बोला था जर्दा, इसलिए क्या इसलिए मैं पान बहार. हाँ बोलो बोलो जुबा केसरी. Right. So not that. Then regular attending programs. Again, you are part of congregation, you have to do this. Right. Regularly attending program. Regular temple services. You have to be part of one or other services. What services? Like you are doing this attendee program. Someone is coming. Prabhuji came. They did the setup, right? Someone is taking notes. Someone is preparing the bhoga, मतलब prasadam. Sorry, ठीक है prasadam. हाँ. Someone is preparing bhoga. These all are regular services. So we have to be part of one or other services. Photography, Mataji is doing. These all are services. It does not mean that we have to stick with that services. We have to increase our services also further because that is advancement, right? Progress. But we have to be serious about it. So regular services. Then reading of Srila Prabhupada's book regularly. Something which is clearly missing in a lot of us. This is very important. Why it is important? Because every single of this item is actually a question in your form of initiation. When was the last time you have attended the yatra with your congregation or with any congregation? This question would come. You have to fill the answer. When was the last time, or what all the books you have read of Srila Prabhupada? You have to list down all the books. From how many years you have not eaten onion, garlic, and tea, coffee? These all things will come up there. And when onion, garlic comes, actually non-veg automatically is part of it. क्योंकि बिना उसके क्या non-veg, right? Some people who knew, they will understand. Right. 16 rounds कितने साल से आप करो? These every single point is a question in that form. When you fill the form, it depends on Maharaj to Maharaj, it changes. For someone it is 18 months, for someone it is 1 year, for someone it is 2 years, 3 years, like that. So if we are serious, we have to actually start preparation for that from now on itself. Gradually or as a big bang. We have to decide. Agile model we have to take or a big bang we have to take, but we have to take. It's better to go agile, right? Take step by step, baby steps, because it will not create frustration. Think you have taken suddenly 16 rounds. आज से तो बस अब से बस अब से मैं 16 rounds करूँगा, and you could not do. It becomes frustration. Next day 5 माला बच गया, अगले दिन एक और 5 बच गया. अरे बाप रे 25 माला बच गया, मैं कैसे करूँगा? छोड़ दो. Then you leave everything. Go slowly. It's okay. When you start reading things, you actually get this. क्या कहते हैं? You yourself will get the encouragement and motivation. Someday it will hit you. It happens with me. I was at the 4 rounds only. I was at the 4 rounds from some months, right? And there was zero. I really did not have any desire to get initiated. Zero desire for that. And one day, one Maharaj was about to come. I have told that story. One Maharaj was about to come. I was forwarding that message to Jitendra and many other people to come and attend. Right, 2 years back. Right. So there was a link in that. So I thought, in the link, what is there? Let's read it. I read that thing, and it actually hit me immediately. That day, I called my Diksha Guru Niren Prabhu. I told Prabhuji, आज से 16 round I will start. Right. And without any break, obviously, if I take a will, I will take a will. मतलब I will not stop. आज से I'm starting, but I need a कंठीमाला from Maharaj. आप किसी तरह दिलवाओ. He actually tried and I got कंठीमाला. Not this one. वो टूट गया, वो रखा है. ठीक. But I got कंठीमाला from Maharaj. Very rare thing. All Krishna Kripa. Right. Not so glorification of Maharaj and my Shiksha Guru. Right. When you start reading, it actually hits you at some point of time. You'll realize that this is the thing which I'm missing. It happens. Without that, it will not happen. So keep a regular habit. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it's not much time to do this study, right? क्या कर रहे हैं आप? रास्ते में चल रहे हो, कर रहे हो, मोबाइल उठा रहे हो, मोबाइल में रील देखने से अच्छा आप थोड़ा पढ़ लो. देर आर vedabase.io, उससे बहुत सारे आपको मिल जाएंगे. एक श्लोका भी रोज पढ़ोगे तो हो जाएगा. ठीक. So these all are every single point which is a minimum eligibility criteria. And now for the process, what is the process? The last one. Thing. So again the same thing but in a process wise. So someone who joins the ISKCON congregation, they get the knowledge how they are, like what is the initiation, like we are getting right now. Right? What is the initiation? Why it is important? What should we do? Right? Then they understand what is the eligibility criteria, what we have seen in this class today. Then they start following those eligibility criteria in their gradually जैसे भी जैसे follow करना है. And they follow for certain amount of time. Then there's another course, ISKCON disciple course. Without that you are not eligible. But don't worry. This congregation or your daily reading, or not daily reading, but your reading and constantly associating will cover you. It's not much. It is like about Srila Prabhupada, what types of guru, whatever we are discussing, whatever we discuss on day-to-day basis or on every class, these are the things in ISKCON disciple course, right? So it's easy to follow. What are types of guru? What is Krishna consciousness? Who is Srila Prabhupada? Right? These all things are there. How can you be initiated? How to find guru? These only things only, right? So pass ISKCON disciple course and find your initiating guru. It may happen interchangeably also. You may find initiating guru before. But why I put this before, why this process is put before? Because a lot of time we don't know how to find guru. But this ISKCON disciple course actually gives you a way how you can find your guru. Right? This has some certain criteria what you should do to find a guru. I went into very brief listening because that's a paramount thing. That's the most important thing. Then when you find your initiating guru, you have followed it for some years, 1 year or the eligibility criteria years. Then you tell your Shiksha guru or your congregation leader that I want to get initiated. They will recommend your name to the temple or to the Maharaj. Every Maharaj have their own committee for initiating. Right. Your name will be recommended by your leader and they will take interviews. It's not easy. I told you. There will be interviews, written, even written test and oral test. Mummy had to give both. Even at this age, she had to give both. Right. So those questions which are asked, those are not very uh, very क्या कहते हैं डीप लेवल और इन डेप्थ क्वेश्चन वो वही क्वेश्चन है जो हम यहाँ करते हैं बड़ी प्रश्न से भी है इसीलिए इम्पोर्टेंट है आप क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे तो आपको नॉलेज अपने आप ही आ जाएगा आपको पढ़ना नहीं पड़ेगा somewhere you will know that on when you do the reading so those kind of question will be asked in the written test and oral test and when you pass the test one day you will get a mail this day you will get the initiation keep one backpack for you with all your dhoti kurta and sari and all those things जब मौका है पैक बैग फॉरगेट अबाउट योर ऑफिस एंड ऑल दिस इज वंस इन अ मेनी लाइफ टाइम अपॉर्चुनिटी आई विल नॉट इवन कॉल इट लाइफ टाइम अपॉर्चुनिटी आप ऑफिस में एक हफ्ते चले भी जाओगे कुछ भी दे दोगे क्या होगा कुछ भी नहीं होगा लिटरली कुछ नहीं होगा ठीक है 2 दिन छुट्टी भी ले लोगे क्या होगा था बहुत बीमार पड़ गया था सर्टिफिकेट कहीं से भी बन जाएगा ठीक लेकिन वहां वो छूट गया तो यू डोंट नो अगला कब आएगा नंबर ठीक पैक बैग कंप्लीटली ट्रेन बुक करो फ्लाइट बुक करो निकल लो गेट इनिशिएटेड दैट इज द प्रोसेस राइट मम्मी को आई थिंक कुछ दिन पहले एक एक 2 हफ्ते पहले राइट हाँ 15 दिन पहले सिक्किम की होने वाला है वो पहले था एक्चुअली वो फिर भी टाइम था आई नो द कैसे 3 दिन पहले 2 दिन पहले पता चलता है कि परसों यहाँ पे आपको पहुंचना है पैक बैग गो ठीक है तो आप अपनी स्टोरी फिर आराम से बताते रहिएगा ठीक तो एनी क्वेश्चंस दिस इज द एंड ऑफ इनिशिएशन एनी क्वेश्चन अबाउट इनिशिएशन गुरु प्रोसेस हम आते हैं हम्म। नहीं माता ने फॉलो होता होगा मतलब स्टैंडर्ड प्रोसेस इज दैट स्टैंडर्ड प्रोसेस इज दैट ऐसा उन कोई भी महाराज whomever I know cannot give you initiation without recommendation of the leader हाँ वो तो बहुत एक्सट्रीमली रेयर केस हो गया and why it is not so easy because I told you guru gives you clean slate and they takes you all your karma they takes on themselves आप सोचो अगर गुरु ऐसे ही किसी को शिक्षा देने लगे दीक्षा देने लगे what will happen to the guru their preaching is gone their health will be gone हाँ वो मैंने एग्जांपल दिया ऑलरेडी ठीक So Guru also has to, because the bigger goal is to more make the world Krishna conscious. Not the bigger goal is not to make one more disciple. Right. The bigger goal is to make the world Krishna conscious. If the same thing, if it is pratikul to my Krishna concept, to my bhakti, to my instruction of my Guru, I will not do that. So there is a one Bhakti Rasamrita Swami Maharaj. Yesterday I came to know, I am very much inspired by him. Whatever lecture you listen to me, it is nothing but his words. Right. Every single word is from him. मतलब मैं उसमें ऐड कर देता हूँ चीजें ठीक but he is the core of my all lecture but he decided that he will never give Diksha. There are a lot of people, there are a lot of Maharaj who decided that. Right? He said that he will never give Diksha. Right? It is all their mood, right? So I used to think that because his guru is still alive, that's why he is doing that. But it is his wish that he will not give Diksha ever. Right? So that's where like they decide. So Guru, because his point is his goal, main purpose is to make the world Krishna, to do preaching more and more to a lot of places. He travels around the world. He's a parivarjika, right? He travels around the world and gives seminars, diksha to everywhere, right? So if his health is not on his side, how can he give that shiksha, right? So that's why it is not so easy with God. Not like many other sampradaya where you run by other material things or just to make the other material thing. It may mean money also. It may also mean I I want to have as many disciples as possible. That is also materialistic desire to show numbers, right? So I told all. So so if we are all, the concluding point is that if we are all serious about this process to become initiated, means to start our spiritual life, this is the bare minimum thing we have to follow. Bare minimum. It is not the exhausted list. It is the bare minimum list. There is no bypass around this list. Right. So we have to prepare ourselves from, because it takes time. It takes a lot of time. Right. So any other question? Anything?
One chicken books, what will a good start?
I will share the list. So what is the start of good books to start reading Prabhupada? There is a list actually for a small books. No. What way you should read? Good books, every single book is an amazing book of Prabhupada. But level, right? How you should start with. So we have list. I will share that with you people. Right. Which one you should read. So first book is the small book, like On the Way to Krishna. We started with that in the reading classes, right? On the Way to Krishna and all. That is, Prabhuji, this, nothing can replace this. You don't think that you start with a small book, then you have to keep this aside. This is a regular thing for you, right? So Bhagavad Gita is something you have to be regular with. अब अगली क्लास में होमवर्क भी देना शुरू करूंगा, तब people will be regular, right? तो भगवत गीता is a must. But apart from that, Bhagavad Gita, see, those all books, small books are actually, मतलब, it's been made from, or it's been written from the Tattva of Bhagavad Gita. So those small books, we have the list in which order you should read. I'll share that with you. Any other question? नहीं? ज़्यादा हो गया? थोड़ा heavy था आज? नहीं था heavy?
I like क्लासिक ज्यादा अच्छी ज्यादा प्रैक्टिकल अच्छा लगता है
Practical. And this is something people are not aware, and we should. It is our duty to know, right? And it is, as a person sitting here, it is my duty to inform about. Right? अगर मैं शुरू में बताता तो शायद मे बी एक दो लोग भी नहीं होते आप लोगों में से. Right? So it takes time. Now you are at that level that I can tell about those things. अगर मैं शुरू करता 16 राउंड करना वरना नहीं होगा. तो गुरुजी प्रणाम. We are happy जहाँ है. नहीं हो. जितेंद्र जी, he knows. वो पहली बार नहीं है. So माता जी के माता जी मैं सर इनका नाम भूल गया. पूनम माता जी. So पूनम माता जी जो हमारे यहाँ पहली बार है आपके बगल में, इनके भाई एक ब्रह्मचारी है ISKCON में, ठीक, from many years. So a big हरि बोल for माता जी और प्रभु जी. हरि बोल, हरि. ठीक है. I'll finish this record. Watching the two minutes, I pass it to the page of the rest of you. Rest of the Sorry, it took a little longer time, but something.